So, Darren, Peter's question for you is, I know the hero's journey is going to be all about leadership, but in advance of that, if you were pushed to say what was the one or two most useful aspects of practical leadership, what would you say? Would it be regular one-on-ones? And if so, how exactly do you do those with your A team? Or might it be coaching or feedback or delegation? And again, how exactly do you do these things with your own team? Would really appreciate a little help on this.
Okay, Peter. Well, I guess good evening to you right now out there in the UK. So I would say the most important thing that you can come to understand about the role of leadership is that you are not leading spreadsheets or P&Ls or bank statements or processes and procedures or even strategies and systems. You are leading people who are doing all the rest of those things. So you are in the people business. Regardless of what your business actually sells and what industry it's actually in, as a leader, you are in the people business, period, full stop. So the most important thing that you can do, Peter, is to get to know your business. Get to know the people that you lead. What gives them a sense of purpose? What gives them meaning and a feeling of significance and personal fulfillment? What are they motivated by? What are their core motives? Who do they want to provide for? What do they want to provide for them? And what is it going to take in order to do so? When you're in the people business, your objectives are to identify their core human needs and then align those needs with the performance needs of their role for the enterprise. So you want to align their goals with the goals of the enterprise and the goals of their individual role. That is the main art form of leadership, to show them how they can satisfy their greatest human needs through their role in the organization and the achievement of the enterprise's mission. And here's the even trickier part, Peter and everybody else. Everyone gets their human needs satisfied differently. Kind of like love languages in a relationship. Everybody receives affirmation or empowerment or is challenged by and is inspired by different things and differently. And at different times. Sometimes people need an attaboy or an attagirl high five. Sometimes they need a pat on the back. Sometimes they need an arm around the shoulder. And sometimes they need a smack upside the head. And the art form role of a leader is to have the emotional intelligence to know who needs what, when, and how, and what language to use with one person versus another. Now you might say, whoa, this people business is complicated. Yeah, it sure is. If you want to do it right. I mean, plenty of people are put into management or quote unquote leadership positions and don't have a clue. They're just self-absorbed, completely emotionally inept, and brutish. In fact, many of us have been victims to managers, bosses, coaches, priests, parents, or other people in quote unquote leadership positions who do not know what the hell they are doing. They're like surgeons operating on the heart with a hatchet. And they wonder why they made a bloody mess of the team they were tasked to lead and why the organization, the organism, died under their care. The answer is gross leadership malpractice. And this, once again, is why I developed the Hero's Journey, to teach and develop these vital leadership skills, which are more vital now than ever before. Why? Because the workforce is not made up of primarily Protestant white men anymore, who basically all speak the same locker room language. Leading in today's world is a whole lot more diverse and dynamic, and a whole lot of new skills need to be developed by anyone that ever wants to be in a positive position of influence of any kind in this brave new world that we're in. So it's time to cowboy up and cowgirl up, everybody. The demands are greater now than ever before. It's time to grow into them. So I hope that gives you some deep insight into the essential component of leadership, Peter, and everybody else. And for the how to do that, again, I refer you to heroesjourney.com.